Hey guys, Ali here, how are you doing? Welcome back to a Layman's Insight, and another episode of Disco Elysium. Didn't make it off the island yet, because this popped up. I didn't think you'd want to miss it. So let's return to the mainland now.
We are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
Really?
You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Alright. The return. Use the boat to return mainland. Okay, I did that. Lillian's not there. I can't believe I thought her name was Isabel earlier. That's kind of crazy. Oh.
Look what the tide brought in.
Oh, look. Without his wig on. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
I'm fine.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
You're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Forget about all this. There's a giant... Oh wait, nobody else seems to be bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Forget about all this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
He points at you with both hands. Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Okay.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar.
I knew it.
This is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Really? I'm in command of this task force?
Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hey! That's her name.
Hi.
Hi!
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Alright.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining confidence. Yeah, Kim's got my back.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
No, Kim, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy them.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Oh, cool.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid.
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
Let's see. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
I didn't fuck him. What? I was nice to that man. Let's see. Damn you, cafeteria manager, you betrayed me for the last time. I saved his establishment, and still he betrays me?
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit kid.
Shit, what? Come on, man.
The line is from Lou Giaton's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Okay.
You aren't the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
We're still friends. I just have a stupid head.
Okay. Because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on Earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
So, Trant Heidelstam turns out to be Special Consultant Trant Heidelstam.
Yes, I'm Trant Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heidelstam.
Wait, what's up with the kid then?
Mikhail? Mikhail is my son.
Oh yeah, I just remembered who he was. He was there with this kid looking at the old Feld building. I just recognized him. It didn't quite click. Oh yeah, what was up? What was up with all the interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Again, no one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Okay, that does have something to do with it, yes.
No, everyone's just a brilliant master of disguises.
You mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
He stares at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Holy crap, that guy is savage. Yeah, who's that guy Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter
Guillaume.
who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
Oh.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trant, because I'm forcing him to stay.
At least you're being honest about it.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Is Guillaume Bevy blonde with sunglasses like you were?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G Baby. It was going to be funny. But then, you really did have brain damage. So, not so much anymore.
That's funny. Problem is, he didn't do a very good job because he was just him.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing for both of you.
That's probably why he was so pissed off at me, because I wasn't getting his joke. Okay, so what does this unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit here now, Harry. Because of you.
Aw.
The 41st isn't...
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks at you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Did I say that? I only ever remember telling the racist guy to fuck off. Okay. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? All will burn? Why didn't you detect or die then? Why would you leave a literal police god? I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Why would you leave a literal police god?
You were crying hysterically. You were drunk, breaking things,
What?
being emotionally abusive. You said we were going into the abyss.
When?
None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to.
None of this rings any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage, Detective God. But this is where you come in.
Detective
How
god.
bad is it?
That's me.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Okay.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, hell, and so on.
Okay.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Huh.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I drank so much I lost my memory. I'm now slowly recovering it. I made it all up. It's a fantasy. I don't know if this is true. I'll go with I drank so much I lost my memory and I'm now slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
What mural?
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the New World mural. Those were recent.
Did I not solve the unsolvable case?
Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
Get where?
What do you mean?
I have no idea.
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He gestures towards the scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
So I kind of had a, burnout through too much information?
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
The hard wiring or the free market? I'll take both.
Okay, Trump, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought him. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Let's see. I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on the disability pension?
What now?
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I forgot about that. Let me tell you a story. Let's see here. Hold on. In the ocean? Vain ignorance. Let's see. I drove into the ocean when I was drunk. I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. Tequila Sunset. I also jumped the canal, by the way. What a brag that would be. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty.
Oops.
Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property. That's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, my bat? Wait, hold on. I got my badge right here.
He squints at it, suspiciously.
Okay. And your gun?
My gun is right here. I could show him the rifle. But no, I'll show him my gun.
Phew, he has it. I thought it was in the ocean. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Why does everybody tell me I'm drunk? It's been days since I had a drink. God damn, it's not good for my self-esteem. I'm not... Why would I lie there? The game's not tracking my behavior at all. So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun.
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum.
I tried not to, but I can't work as well without it. Yeah, no, I want to say this because I'm not. And it's not a lie. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink?
Hehe.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Ah, well.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Let's see, wait. Might be because of the pheromone. I've handled an actual corpse. None of this matters. My odor situation is meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape. A certain Glacier. Because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the reports, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Clashes, some kind of spy, fell accident, specially trained. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island. Got duped? No. I let her go, act of mercy. That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. Doesn't matter, none of it does. We're looking at an oxygen holocaust times a quadrillion. I have come to know the final fate of man in the universe. I'll maybe leave that one in my back pocket, you know, like my ace up my sleeve. Yeah, not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something.
Yeah, where the hell did she go?
Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That small-time stuff, that's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could.
Nice,
The
Kim.
company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yeah, I was brave. I stood right in between them all.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Let's see here. I also solved the case. It solved all of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
He says in a lowered voice. He's probably right, actually. He is probably right.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
I do like Kim's voice. Let's sit back and listen to it.
Thank you for the input.
Ah, that's not
Detective
Kim.
Toragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
Ah, the pride.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Come on, Kim. Do me a solid here.
The case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
I have not. Why is he saying that? Oh, come on.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being.
Come on, it's been a
superstar.
few days. It's been a few days since I
First
did that.
I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
That's an exaggeration. Come on, Kim. I thought you had my back.
It's worrying, especially considering his political views.
Oh, God.
Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
I wouldn't say it's a little odd. That's in favour of the people.
You should yell something.
That's not a good idea.
Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
Yeah.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
I haven't smoked, though. I don't understand. Kim, have you had your glasses checked recently?
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Or maybe just mad and driving, which is not a good combination.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke.
Yeah, I did.
Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Oh, Kim. Oh, you're my biggest fan.
Okay, he did something.
I did many things.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
We discovered a new species, Kim. I can't take the credit here. We saw that together.
A new species?
Ah, now he's awake.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
Oh, like, okay, let's brace ourselves for the mockery.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
This is what I've been trying to tell. I really want to say that, though. Because if I were to read that out right now, it would be like, so, as you can see, I'm a pretty good detective and an absolutely giant communist. But I'm not going to say that. This is what I've been trying to tell you about.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
He ignores you, still staring at the phasmid.
Detective,
He turns to you. Yeah, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Sad.
So it is connected.
Maybe. Speechless. Jean is speechless.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drug.
His tired eyes follow the photo as Lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Okay. Let's see. There was also the dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in the boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Awesome.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Oh, thanks, Judith, or however I say your name. She's so nice.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
I'll leave the nightclub till later. The previous head of the Debardeurs Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open.
Oh.
In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
The lieutenant lowers his voice just a little.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
That's a fair point.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Okay. I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Let's see. Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10. A commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
But I am a public serving police officer, so shush.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Thank you.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are in its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
You think well, Kim.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Oh. Didn't check, did I?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
He turns to you. Let's see here. I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Huh. The perpetrator seemed intoxicated somehow, like an addict. It's just a hunch, but...
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives.
Oh.
And do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Of course, Lieutenant, of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to.
He shakes his head.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Okay. Its nervous system may be stored in its long limbs.
Like cephalopods? Phasmids, I think, only have nerves in their heads and abdomens, though. There is a correlation between invertebrate size and intelligence. Was it?
No, I wouldn't say it was.
He looks at you. It was a sensing... Wait. To me, it seemed to have some character. Yeah, I think that's fair.
At that size, this creature would have a lot of surface area to put neurons into. It's basic geometry.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
It told me.
Interesting. Then it is especially vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the entire species. We're probably talking conservation efforts here.
He looks around, quickly assessing the coast.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Good. Good for him. It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species.
No.
Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
Sure, I did discover it, but I was helping somebody else try to. I don't want to... Ah, man. This is what he was scared of, wasn't it? He was scared that I would take the credit. If you remember when we first talked to him and decided to help him out to try and find this damn thing. He was scared that we were going to try and take the credit. We're not even trying to take the credit here, but it seems to be given to us anyway.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
He shakes his head.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
Well, I'll take every moment I can get. It doesn't happen often.
Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
No. I also started a nightclub in the church.
what was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, I did it. Some kids are solid. Turned their lives around.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject.
It's fine. The killer, Lilianovich Dross, we have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Larsovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Ah.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Alright.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
I see.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Okay, he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union. He killed him in an act of rage induced by the phasmid. Or actually, I'm not sure I have a motive. Was it jealousy, though? I don't think that was really kind of pinned down. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union. It could be jealousy. There was an attachment there. Yeah, he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. Although it wasn't off his own back. No. Starting a war. I'll do that.
It worked. You got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combatant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned.
I agree. Why did I have to choose one?
Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
That would be me and Kim, by the way.
It's a clean win.
Let's see. It's way more than that. It'll win me Dora back. Dora? Who's that? It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle. I'm still not completely satisfied with it. It could be just a little neater. It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like a phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Stop smelling me.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it.
Okay.
Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
And I also fixed the strike situation.
How? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Everhard, until the rep came to see that the Union desires war, at which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
He shrugs.
What? And clear the terminal?
It was an accident.
You bet it was. Sounds to me like you got played by Claire.
I did.
And it's true. You are his little peony.
Maybe.
Maybe? Certainly. You're Everard Claire's peony now. Just as I said, he's a mob boss, did you know?
I do now.
Is that why you want us to investigate the assassination of the previous Union head thing? To get off Everard's hook?
Wait, what? You've lost me there.
No, it's nothing like that. He was reckless with information, but ethical. We don't owe anyone anything. This allowed us to stabilize things in Martinez.
God, calm down, Jean.
Yeah, calm down, big guy.
Silence. Good. The man doesn't know what to say.
So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Hold on, I'm supposed to be the leader of this task force, and I'm talking to him like he's my superior. Come on.
So I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
A quick nod.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Okay, who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron.
No way!
It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot. A guerrilla soldier slash gym teacher?
No, a regular one.
No way, I was a rock and roll singer.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
That does explain a lot. I'm not quite sure what it explains other than the fact I looked awesome in tank tops in the early part of the game.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Explain to me how facial hair makes me a PE teacher. The collection of foul sportswear I've
The
amassed.
fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
What schools did he go to?
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Yeah, my personal instrument. My physical instrument, sorry. Yeah, this guy indeed.
And this guy, too.
Alright.
God, even this javelin-throwing freak here.
Oh god. Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy.
Now let's see here. Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principles of the open competition. 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Can I punch him, please? You said in Quran I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Courant. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
Cool.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
The
Juvie?
smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Ha! I'm juvie? Oh god. Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
That's a nice thing to have in your life.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope.
I like raspberries.
An ocean full of hope.
I like blueberries as well. Some raspberries or some bloobs. I'm fine with either of those. Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principle of the open competition. A 5,000 to 1 rank outsider.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
She looks around at the dilapidating fishing village. Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Oh.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick. Who?
Dora something. Dora Ingerlund? Yeah, you mentioned her name.
She sounds Scandinavian.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora Ingerland?
Something like that. Hafvasan.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
Wow, and I'm still sore over it. That's pretty bad.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingerlund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Beggars.
Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a welkin, basically.
Wow, he seemed to really like my ex-girlfriend, huh?
Heartbreak, Welkin. Pain, Welkin.
Sad Welkin.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Alright.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. The middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing.
Oh, that's a... Definitely is.
My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Oh, okay.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Let's see. Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No, because the suspects seem to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Fair enough.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
That's exactly what somebody who wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit would say. Oh, wait. Who would consult for a corrupt unit would say. Yeah.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Precinct 41. What kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station. Haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
Oh, you're alright, really.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Captain Price? From, like, Call of Duty? Oh man, no way. Is he in this game too?
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station, and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward. Can you tell I don't play much Call of Duty? I had to remember what the hell the name of the game was.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean.
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
Ah, don't be like that.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price.
From Call of Duty?
The founders of the RCM.
Oh, wow.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the Force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Okay.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Okay, fine.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner.
Nice.
A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Kim, I have no idea why you're so nice to me. I'm a rambling idiot who thinks I'm a superstar disco dancer. But you always seem to see the finer side of me. So nice.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Oh, I know where I live now. She looks at Vicamere.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I didn't want to take full credit for this.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Hopefully they're not dead.
She is going to be over the moon.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around. The cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Oh, come on, it'll be good for the sequel of this game. Come on.
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
The lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns her smile.
He's really considering it.
Yes! Disco Elysium 2, come on! Kim and Harry, back on the streets. Do it. I'm ready.
Good.
She looks at you, then at Jean, because I can't say that.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the noonday sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon.
Ah, that sounds nice.
You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
Yay, spring!
Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No.
Aw.
Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes.
Yes!
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomly Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Okay. Oh, Kim, it's been an epic journey. Quite suspenseful piano there. Hell yeah.